Hey, this is Tom Richards again. And what I'd like to do today and for the next few of these videos is to talk about grief and the fact that, while it may seem like it sometimes, you are not alone in your grief. It's the 2nd of January, 2026, and we've all managed to make it somehow, or most of us have, through the holiday season. And for a lot of us, we sat home like I did, and perhaps went to bed early. So this year I did not watch the ball go down in Times Square in New York City. I did not watch fireworks go outside. I did not do very much. What I did is I read a little bit and I watched some television and a good film. I went to bed and fell fast asleep, and I dreamed of the people that I've lost. In my case, I lost my partner, Carmel, to dementia. She's still alive, and I hope you'll understand, but it's as if she's gone far away because she doesn't recognize me anymore, and I've lost my mother and my father and my best friend, Liam. And sometimes life, what would I say? It was a bitter, merry Christmas. Put it that way. But you are not alone in your grief. The secret, I think, or the gift, is finding somebody who understands what you're going through, who you can talk to, honestly. A lot of people will come up to you after somebody's died. Maybe it's, God forbid, maybe it's your son or your daughter or a cousin or your spouse or your best friend, and they'll say, "Oh, I'm terribly sorry." Now, why don't we move on and, let's go out to lunch and we can laugh a little bit. Now, all you want to do is you want to throw them out of the house, if that's where they are, and lock the door and cry. You're not ready. And what I've learned is this journey of grief doesn't have a timeline. 1 minute you can be very, very sad because you remember everything that you see, photos or music, if you're listening to music or a film or something you read, triggers you and you start crying again. And all you want to do is go to bed, like I do sometimes, and go to sleep and stop grieving for a while, which is fine. Every now and then you'll meet a person who you can really talk to, and I've got two people I can talk to, and I'm seeing one today. And then I can cry in their arms if I want to, or if I need to. That is sometimes your body needs to cry. It it gets rid of all the toxins in your body, and it also releases good chemicals in your head. There are times when grief seems like a solo journey. You feel alone, even if you're surrounded by other family members, your best friends, neighbors, whoever. And that I really, really understand. Now, there are many examples that I can give of people that I have met personally who have suffered something horribly, a horrible situation, and someone's died. For instance, a really good friend of mine, we'll call her Barb, lost her brother years ago. They're not really quite sure why. He was healthy. And then he was very active. He was very gifted. He played many instruments and he wrote a lot and went to college and then university, and I mean, he did very well for himself, and he died. And that was years ago. That was back in the mid-90s. She still can be triggered about him and about the fact that her parents have died and that she is now on her own. She never got married, doesn't have children. All of her other relatives live far away from her. What does she do? Now and then I'll get a text or a phone call from her. And we just chat about people that we've, I remember her family very well. We were next door neighbors for a long, long time. And we'll talk about it. And I can hear her, sort of choke up. It's hard for her to talk about these things, even now. Another example that I have is a good friend of mine by the name of Jake. Jake. Now, Jake's girlfriend committed suicide suddenly. She had been, I'm afraid, addicted to drugs. I don't think alcohol. I can't remember. One day he found her. They have 2 children. And all of a sudden he was on his own. What he did was he started talking to people that he really knew, would understand and would allow him to talk. Nonstop. Talk it through, talk it through, talk it through, over and over again. Some people, they'd come in, they'd say, well, it's been 5 months now, you should be over this, time to get back to work. And like the other person I mentioned, let's go do something. We'll go out for a beer or something, or go for a long walk or whatever. He says, the long walk I'll do, but I'll do it on my own. They left. It was one of his best friends. Never heard from him again. But he found other people in his life that would comfort him. So I mean, those are a few examples. Now, one thing I would like to do is to show you this. Never Apologize for Your Tears, and it's by Lisa Oritz. And I know Lisa fairly well, And I've read it once, and I'm starting to read it again. If you want a book that will help you with your grief, buy a copy of Never Apologize for Your Tears. All you have to do is Google Amazon, Never Apologize for Your Tears, Lisa Oritz, Orris. She writes like she talks. And she makes emotion, what we're all facing, easy for me to understand. Life is always a journey, but when one or more people die that are so critically important to you, you seem alone. Now, if you'd like to talk to me a little bit about your grief, and I'm not a grief counselor, but we can share our own stories, or perhaps like to be interviewed live, please contact me at my email address, tomjrichards1955@yahoo.com. I wish you well. God bless you. And a Happy New Year to you. Let's try to get through the next week. Maybe we can even smile a bit. Bye-bye.